Hi, my name is Vanessa Fernandez, and this is my Shakeology story. For much of my life growing up, I loved carbs. I grew up in a Cuban and Italian family, so pasta and bread and rice, and always loved to bake, was always baking things, even from a young age. I even had my own dessert company for a little while when I was newly married. So I was constantly fueling my body with carbs, and a little bit of sugar and more carbs. And that's just sort of what my body got used to. That's what I would crave. And it really became this vicious cycle. I was a certified, complete sugar addict. And I knew it. And I knew it because I would learn little tidbits of information about how awful sugar is for your body. I mean, guys, it's just awful. I really encourage you, if you're having a hard time saying no to sugar, just do a little bit of research as far as what it actually does to your body, to your organs, to your brain, to your digestion. The effects of sugar are pretty mind blowing and pretty scary. So as I would learn little bits here and there about what sugar was doing to my body, I would give little efforts to try and cut it out of my life. But the problem is that I just couldn't do it. I was addicted. I would actually go through withdrawal. It's a real thing, sugar withdrawal. I would get headaches. I would just crave it like nobody's business. And I really didn't know how to properly detox my body from sugar. And I had no tools to really help me to combat this sugar addiction that I had. But I did know that if I didn't get a handle on my sugar addiction, that somewhere down the road in my life, it would cause major problems for my health and for my future. I knew that as surely as I know anything, because it's just science. You cannot put things into your body and expect for your body to not scientifically react the way that it's designed to. So I was very discouraged. I would give pretty strong attempts at trying to cut sugar out of my life and cut carbs out of my life, because guys, let me just break it down for you a little bit. Simple carbs, like white pasta, white bread, white rice, molecularly is identical to white sugar. So just cutting out desserts from your life, although that is difficult and that is a good place to start, if you're still eating during the day lots of simple starches, you're basically eating sugar during the day. So it's the same thing. Molecularly, cellularly, it's your body processes it the same way and it has the same effect upon your body. So I would make attempts at cutting sugar out of my life and I would fail miserably and I would really be discouraged because I felt like I was a slave to my cravings. I felt like I was a slave to this poor diet, and it was just this cyclical thing. And the more sugar I would eat, the more sugar I would crave, and then the more sugar I would eat, the more sugar I would crave. It would actually make me hungrier to be eating sugar and to be eating starches, and it just felt icky. And I knew that it was affecting even my emotions. Having high starches in your body affects the chemical reactions in your brain. Guys, it's fascinating. And the more research I did, I almost didn't want to even do research anymore because I felt like I was doomed to this life of continual addiction to sugar and starches. And I was just learning more and more about how bad it was for me. And it was like just torture to learn more and more about this poison that I was putting in my body and feel like I was powerless to kick it out of my diet. So fast forward a couple years later and I have my third child and I am really needing to lose weight. I gained 50 pounds with my third pregnancy, and so I decided to try the 21-day fix. And in order to be a part of the challenge group, which I knew I needed that accountability, I had to purchase the challenge pack, which included Shakeology. And I was happy to do it, even though I was skeptical of Shakeology because I was breastfeeding. I did tons of research. I wanted to make sure whatever I was putting in my baby's body was going to be safe. And I was extremely impressed with the nutritional profile of Shakeology. So I thought, let me go all in. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it right. Truly and honestly, I had extremely low expectations of myself because I knew how strong my sugar addiction was, and I knew that this plan of healthy eating would drastically limit the amount of carbs, especially simple carbs. It was mostly, if I was eating any carbs on this plan, it was going to be very complex carbs. And so I was super skeptical that I could stick with it. I thought, there's no way, like my cravings are just going to take over, and I don't even think I can go one day sticking to this plan, honestly. So I started the program and I drank my Shakeology day 1, and I was amazed when I got to day 3 and I looked back and I realized that without even noticing, without even realizing it, I had not cheated once. The entire 3 days, I had had no sugar. I had not deviated from the plan and added additional starches or carbs. I didn't even have any dairy, I think, those first 3 days, which was another sort of like staple in my life. And that was without me even trying, without me even like feeling the loss of those things, which had such a hold on me. And I realized that the difference was Shakeology, because I had tried healthy eating before, but I had never had Shakeology. Shakeology gave me this, it kind of tricked my brain into thinking that I was having sweets. It gave me a high dose of probiotics, which, guys, probiotics are like, they do wonders. They combat the amount of candida in your gut. Candida is what makes you crave all those sugars and all of those carbs, because that's what it feeds on. It wants more, so it's going to make you crave more. And a lot of us have an unbalanced amount of candida in our gut from years of just eating an excess of carbs. So those probiotics, getting them constantly, day after day, into my body was just crushing my cravings. And that's when I really felt for the first time like I could be in control of my nutrition. I could be in control of my food choices. Yes, I still had cravings, but they weren't overwhelming me. They weren't controlling my life. I could say no to them. I had a tool that if I was really feeling like I'm about to give in here, guys, I would make myself a shake. Cravings would be gone. It tasted delicious. I didn't even feel like I was giving up hardly anything in my life. And I was slowly seeing my energy come back. I was seeing my mind feeling more clear-minded. My mood was improving. I was like borderline depressed before, after having my third child. I just felt in such a haze and exhausted, and like, you feel like the world is happening around you and you're just kind of like sitting there like, I'm in a fog. Like, I'm just trying to keep my head above water. And I felt like for the first time, like I was rising above that. I had the power, I had energy, and I was like plowing through my day, and I was engaged, and I was like a new person. And that is just one benefit, but probably for me, the most significant benefit that I've had from drinking Shakeology is the incredible ability to have a tool that would be quick for me to make, because I don't know about you, but my life is crazy busy. And if it's not quick and easy for me to make, I will give into those cravings. When I'm super hungry at the end of a long day or in the morning and I have to rush out the door, guys, if I can't grab it quickly, I'm not going to grab it, and I'm going to grab something else instead. And so the fact that it's quick and easy to make, the fact that it tastes super delicious, the fact that it has all of the nutrients and probiotics and incredible protein that fills me up, it has been my absolute solution to climbing out of this hole of being addicted to sugar and starches. And for the first time, I'm like, thank God, because all of this poison that sugar is for my body, I'm finally free. The chains have been broken. And I'm so excited that my future now is looking more bright. Like, I feel like I'm building a healthy future instead of being like, feeling like I'm on this track and I know where it ends and I can't get off. And it's like, I'm off. I'm off of that self-destructive path that I used to be on. and it feels so good, guys. And so that is why I completely and 100% tell everyone about Shakeology, because I don't know how I would have broken my addiction to sugar without it. Maybe if I had the willpower and the time and the space to do like a detox or something like that, but I just, my life is so fast paced. I didn't have the time to really kind of, you know, take a week and kind of let the effects of the sugar rush go through my body and feel the withdrawal symptoms. Like when you have 3 small kids who constantly need you, there is no time for being grumpy and dragging and having detoxing and these complicated, juices. Like if you can handle that, that's awesome. But I just couldn't at that time in my life, and Shakeology was my lifesaver. And it just came in. It gives me so much energy. And I love it. So that is my Shakeology story of sugar addiction and finding freedom. If you have more questions about Shakeology, about if it's safe for breastfeeding moms, I was breastfeeding when I started it, and I used it for almost a year of my breastfeeding time. If you have questions about what exactly is in it, they have vegan formulas, they have formulas with whey that has dairy, they have lots of different flavor options. So feel free to send me a message to, I can help you get samples. I can help you to get recipes, some of my favorite recipes that I have. It is a fantastic tool, and it's definitely something that I recommend for everyone. Thanks for watching, guys.